Hello students, I am Dr. Shrikant Bavse, Assistant Professor at Department of Advanced Management Studies, GS College of Commerce, Wardha. In the last video, we have seen the basic information regarding the swap. We have also seen the introduction to swap, in which we studied about its origination, its history and important terminologies and its advantages, disadvantages and uses. Today, in this video, we are going to study the different types of swaps. As the process of liberalization, privatization and globalization took place from 80s and 90s, we have seen the huge wide over turnover in the swap market. As we all know that these swaps are traded over the counter. These are not traded on any stock exchanges. These are privately played on the basis of pre-decided agreements. Now, on these underlines, we are going to study the types of different swaps. The first and most widely used swap is the interest rate swap. As we know, the interest rate for any company or for any borrower may be either fixed interest rate or the floating interest rate. If the interest rate is fixed, no matter whether the interest rate goes up or it goes down, the borrower will have to pay fixed amount of interest on the principal amount borrowed by the particular entity. Whereas if the interest rate on the principal is floating for the borrower, at that time, if the market interest rate rise, at that time borrower will have to pay more interest rate. If market interest rate goes down, the borrower will have to pay less interest rate. So sometimes the borrower may get benefited and sometimes the borrower will have to face losses. So this is a kind of uncertainty. Now when we are talking about the globalized world, one company is having its headquarters in another country and operation in different countries. One company is having joint venture with the company of another nation. One company is producing goods in one country and selling it at another country. One company is having its headquarters in one nation, production in another nation and selling in the same nation. So in these scenarios, there are different probabilities of uncertainty by the interest rate or the currencies. Here, the need of swap arises for combating this risk and managing this exposure. So, interest rate swaps are the forward contract, that is the contract which is pre-agreed by the parties and they will be completely played on the future date, on the forward date, and here only future interest payments are exchanged. Remember, in any swap only the exchange of cash flows is carried out. There is no exchange of principal amount. For example, if A and B, these are the two companies entering into the swap, A is operating in US, B is operating in India. For A, Indian company will pay its interest rate. For B, the US company will pay interest rate in the respective currencies of their particular nation. So here there will be only exchange of interest rate, cash flows. There will not be any exchange of principal amount. So the principal amount is already notified, already agreed, on which these companies will have to pay the interest rate in the required currency. There will be a probability that company A will be having fixed interest rate and company B will be having the floating interest rate. Here remember, when there will be two counterparties, one will be having fixed and another will be having floating interest rate. So both are exposed to the risk, and the risk of one company will be managed by the swap of the another company. Here they reduce the exposure to fluctuations in interest rate. Imagine a foreign company comes in India, borrows the money from Indian bank, which is a local bank. Then that foreign company will have to pay interest in terms of rupees in India. In this scenario, it can enter into a swap contract with the Indian company, who will pay the interest in Indian currencies only to the bank from where the foreign company have borrowed the money. On the other hand, if that Indian company is operating into US and it has borrowed money from the US bank, at that time its interest will be paid by the US company. So here the US company's interest rate will be paid by Indian company in rupees, whereas Indian company's interest will be paid by US company in dollar. This will significantly reduce the risk of interest rate fluctuations. Next, these are the customized contracts. How these are the customized contracts? Remember that the borrowing of different companies will be different. Some company may borrow 100 crores, 200 crores, 300 crores, likewise. There is no fixed amount that how much the money will be borrowed by the company. So different companies will borrow different amount. Their interest will be also different, for say 6%, 6.5%, 7%, likewise. Their term will also be different for 5 years, for 10 years, for 15 years, or for 20 years, something like that. So these interest rate swaps are customized by the two counterparties as per their requirement. If both the counterparty agrees of exchanging the interest rates, one with the fixed and one with the floating and vice versa, of 100 crore rupees, the underlying will be 100 crore rupees, which will be principal amount, which not be exchanged, only interest rates will be exchanged for 5 years. So this will be completely customized contract, one with fixed, another with floating. Principal amount is 100 and for the 5 years. Then there are types of interest rate swaps. First one is the fixed to floating, second one is the floating to fixed, and third one is the float to float. In the fixed to floating interest rate swaps, one bank will be having a fixed rate of interest and the borrower will be having a floating rate of interest, and it may be also vice versa, it may be also exactly opposite of it. Then the maturity and cash flows are, as we have discussed, they will be pre-decided, that for after 5 years or 10 years it will get matured, and how much cash flows will be exchanged, that will be also pre-agreed. Now here the floating rate is calculated on the basis of LIBOR. LIBOR is simply London Interbank Official Rate. London Interbank Official Rate, that is the rate which is offered by the London Bank, and this LIBOR is highly appreciated, highly considered by the global companies. So on the basis of these interest rate swaps are traded. In the floating to fixed, one will be having a floating rate of interest and another will be having fixed rate of interest, and they will be exchanged. In the float to float, if both parties are exposed to the floating rate of interest, at that time also they can enter into swap which will reduce their exposure risk. Then the next type of swap is the currency swap, when the foreign company is operating in India. At that time the appreciation of rupees or the appreciation of foreign currency or depreciation of rupees or depreciation of foreign currency leads to uncertainty and risk. Now this risk will be managed, balanced by using the currency swaps. These currency swaps are cross currency swaps. For example, one currency will be foreign currency like dollar and one currency will be like domestic currency like rupees. Then here there might be an obligation of exchanging interest rate or the principal, which will be fulfilled by using the currency swaps. The global companies and multinational corporations are having their operations all across the globe or in the different number of companies. So they are always exposed to the high risk of fluctuations of currencies. Here, suppose Indian company have to pay its royalty in terms of dollars. If the prices of dollar rises, at that time the company will have to pay more amount. Whereas if the prices of dollar went down, it will have to pay less rupees. So this risk is managed by using the currency swap. This borrowing by foreign companies from local banks. If foreign company from US or UK or Europe is borrowing from India, at that time it will have to pay interest rate in rupees, and if rupees appreciate, they are exposed to risk. This risk will be balanced by exchanging the currency swaps. There are also three types: fixed to fixed rate. One counterparty is having fixed, another counterparty is also having fixed, and both will enter into contract. Floating rate to floating rate, both the counterparties will be having floating rates of currency, and third one is the fixed rate to floating. One will be having a fixed rate and another will be having a floating rate. So this is all about the currency swaps. And last one is the forward rate agreements. These agreements are also traded over the counter. As the name suggests, forward, these are always traded over the counter. There will not be any intermediary. There will not be any stock exchange or currency exchange. They will be traded over the counter. Hence, they are very much flexible because they are tailor-made. They are designed. They are made as per the requirement of the two parties. Rate of interest to be paid on agreed date in future. For example, if the Indian company has to pay 100 crore rupees after 2 months to the US company and 100 crores in terms of dollar. If the rates of dollar appreciates, the Indian company will have to pay more money, more rupees for buying dollars. At that time, it will use forward rate agreements. Then exchanging interest on notional amount. Notional amount will be common till the maturity of the contract and only interest rate is exchanged. They are cash settled. Naturally, when we are talking about forward rate agreements, when they are traded over the counter, when there is no intermediary, they will be cash settled. And when these things are happening, remember, you are exposed to the risk of default. Then the payment is based on net difference between interest rate and the floating rate in the market, that is reference rate. How much amount they will have to pay? That amount will be the difference between interest rate and the floating rate in the market, and this is popularly called as the reference rate. The notional amount not exchanged. If the underlying notional amount or the principal amount is 100 crores, it will not be exchanged. Only the interest on that will be exchanged from one party and another party. Only difference amount is exchanged. For example, if on 100 crores there is a 6% rate of interest, so only 6 crore rupees will be exchanged between two counterparties. So this is all about the forward rate agreements. So today we have covered the types of swaps. Interest rate swaps, it's 3 types: fixed to floating, floating to fixed, and float to float. Then currency swap between the two different currencies, that is cross currency swaps, and last forward rate agreements. Thank you.